University changed my life forever. This was the beginning of my epic... University changed my life forever. This was the beginning of my epic... University changed my life forever. This...
Oi, 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 oi. No. No little puppies, no shouting. Okay? You horrors. No. No. Move your head. No, don't want to get squished. No. Let me through. Okay, let's begin. Oh. Oh. Okay, so today I'm going to be trying to do some maintenance on my Kerbal Space Telescope, which I've put up, and some of the science equipment wouldn't deploy. I'm not entirely sure why. So I'm going to send where is she? My space shuttle. Shuttle 1, there we are. I'm going to send her up, hopefully to dock with it, although it's going to be tricky because this really was designed for orbits in around the equator. Now this deployed the Kerbal Space Telescope, so hopefully I will actually be able to, I better change that docking node, dock with yeah, sorry, there should be no reason that I shouldn't be able to dock with it and catch up to it, but it's not going to be easy. I wasn't really aiming to needing to do maintenance. So I also want to take up a little manned module I can stick on in case that's the problem. I don't intend to have the telescope manned, but I might need someone inside it to operate the systems, so or to get them turned on anyway. So yeah, I'm going to be sticking a little do it here first. Yeah, I'm going to be sticking a little module on, and I do mean little when I find it. Remember where it might be in here actually. How big are you? Yeah. See, that's about the sort of size I'm looking for. Although I will need... Oi! Oi! No growling. I need a little bit of RCS in a... That's too big. Oh God. Wilson, stop it. Wilson, no. Wilson! Stop it! Stop right, you're not having that toy now. No, being naughty. Sorry about that. I have like a billion dogs all around me because we've had puppies and they are a nightmare. So sorry about that. There's a lot of arguments over who gets what toy. I might. Yeah, just take that off. Put that on. Okay, this is now a little bit bigger than I intended, but it shouldn't really be much of an issue. I don't want the weight is the biggest thing in the shuttle on launch because I'm gonna have to really try to get to the position I'm going for in orbit, which you'll see in a moment when I get to that point. Tiny little crew module. Okay. No, that looks awful. Lander cannot be better. Okay, so I might be sticking this on if it comes to it. Although I might not. If I can do it without sticking it on, I will and bring this piece home. Okay. Right, now I think I'm best if I incline the shuttle on the pad. Let's go. Right. Oh, I'm actually in a good position to launch right now. Set as target. Let's go. And we're off. About to detach the boosters from now. Clean separation will be blowing up. That's probably the second riskiest part. The riskiest by quite a long way is re-entry. I should not do that. Well, yesterday was perfect flight now, otherwise it would have been very, very bad. Sadly, I went to launch. Hopefully we will have a similar circumstance in this one. We're a bit off, but not drastic. A bit higher than we really need to be going, but that's okay because I need to catch up with her. Oh, I tilt slightly, I think. I'm playing a game of chase in orbit for a bit. I'd be very happy with that if I can get that. Okay. Right, well, let's begin our manoeuvre. And roll. Okay, I'm happy with that. And we're going to begin a bit early, and I'll adjust later. That's because I can't go too mad with this engine now to start this balloting, so I actually get rid of the main part of this bit. Before all the fuels used, we'll transfer what's left into this. And we're going nicely at the moment. Starting to roll. It's because of the weight shifting with the lack of fuel. Just tame down the engines a bit. Level off. Leave it like that for another minute, maybe enough for me to have a gulp of my drink. Oh, excuse me. We do seem to be flying nicely at the moment. Hopefully I'll get this down to only need about 800 meters a second before I separate. I might do a bit better actually. It's going okay at the moment. And yeah, I'll look at separating. So yeah, it was about 800. And I'll just transfer some fuel. I do actually have a transfer stick there, but I don't know why it doesn't do it. Okay, about to begin. And I'll just double check my other fuel tank. Yep, it's fine. Okay, so separate. Just RCS a bit clear. And 10 seconds till burn. Yeah, we're good. 2, 1. Good. 12 times per second to go. Let's check. Okay. Nearly there. Nearly time for engine cut off. We've still got plenty of fuel, so that's good. And I also have RCS thrusters at the back here to fire later when I'm out of fuel, which will give me a bit more burn. Hopefully the orbit me home safely. And there we go, we've just hit orbit. And we'll cut off there. Now it's a game of cat and mouse. Oh, I dip a bit low there, I don't like that. See about manoeuvre here. No. Not like that. Right, where's my line up? Here. Okay. So, if I maneuver from here, and I will try and line our orbits up better. A little bit faster. We're gone too low. Oh no, I think I'd be happy with that. And then it'll be a game of cat and mouse from there. So we'll just speed up to that maneuver. Okay. 50 seconds till burn. Let's get in position. Oh, 20 seconds. I'm not liking that. Yeah, okay. 7. Short burn. Still should have some fuel left in my main tank after this. Yeah, no problem. Okay, now it's a game of cat and mouse. So we can speed up, watch our intercepts. Oh, tell you what I should do, open the cargo bay and get my solar panels out. Look like a bunny rabbit. Why have I slowed? Am I in atmosphere? Oh God. Well, that's not good. Stick the solar panels away, don't want them ripping off. Close cargo bay. Get through this turbulence. And I'm going to have to increase my altitude at the other end. Not really what I wanted to be doing. We'll get aerodynamic. Hopefully we won't be skipping into the atmosphere too much. Just a little bit of drag on this orbit, and it'll be fixed by the second orbit. Oh no, don't want to do that. Okay, we're going to have to go through this. We'll only be in it for a few seconds, I think, but it's already had a bit of a noticeable effect on my trajectory there. But over here we will fix it a bit. But the Kerbal Space Telescope, which I'm going to repair, is very, very low to the atmosphere, so which makes it ideal for the shuttle. But it's also a little bit risky as well. The slightest manoeuvre could begin a process of drag which will deorbit me eventually. The atmosphere reader up here, you can see I'm just dipping in ever so slightly. But I'm approaching me, well, I've passed the periaps, so I'm already through the worst of it. It's not really going to be an issue. I'll be out of it in a second. Okay. Yeah, we're almost free. I said there's been very little effect really, but there has been ever so slight effect that I do need to adjust for. I need to adjust anyway, so I don't do this again. As I said, I've got enough fuel. I've still got my RCS tanks, and they are very full. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, no, still in. Now we're out. Okay, so at my Ariaps, I'll do it. Just a tiny squidge higher in altitude, and yeah, tiny amount. I'll be fine. Oh, overspan that a bit. Speed up to that maneuver point. There we go. That was probably enough. Yeah. Okay, now back to the game of cat and mouse, but I will open my cargo bay and get the solar panels out. It'll take a few minutes, I think, to catch up here. Sadly, because the altitude involved being very low, I can't speed time up too much. It doesn't let you. But it shouldn't be too long to capture. We're kind of at opposite ends at the moment, but I do break out of its orbit quite a lot, so we will unite up pretty soon. In fact, it might only be one more orbit, and we've basically done it. And we'll be getting ready to switch to our orbital RCS thrusters for the remainder of the mission. Come on. No, okay, one more orbit and I should have done it, I think. Should I risk another? I don't want to overshoot. Oh God, near the, I'll say near the space station, there it goes. No, I can't see it. Bugger. Let's see about playing with this orbit. Might be able to catch up. No, that's not. Not at this angle. That bit of debris following the Hubble around, in fact, it's the lens cap cover that blew off. Oh, see, that's rubbish. That's really shit. However, if I add maneuver here, bring us lower. Where will that bring me? I don't want to use all this fuel. I don't want to take forever chasing it. Ah, no, you do it here. Right, hang on, let's see. Come in half. Oh no, go out further. With that. Slightly bigger braking, but I think it'll bring me in line quick. And unbelievably, I've still got fuel in the main tank. Okay, I won't have when I'm braking. So slightly extended this orbit. Hopefully bring that catch up a bit better. She's going to get away from me for now, and then we'll swing back in. That red dot on the map is the space center. That's my airport to land at. Spaceport, I suppose. Degree. Also, I've put a probe called Cassini with a K at Joule. I did that last night, and it landed a little lander on oh, I've forgotten it. Is it Tylo? Might have been Tylo. It was a very nice landing, considering it was a bit scary actually. So it was hard to slow down when you've catapulted across the solar system. Ah, there we go. That's looking nice. Come on, speed up. It's been easier just to go to bloody Starlab, my International Space Station. Which I'll be doing next because I need to do a crew transfer up there. So that'll be the shuttle's next mission. I might get that in this stream if I can do this bit quick. Which I seem to be failing at miserably right now. This is some of the worst orbiting I've done. It's because I'm so nervous about using my fuel. I need to be able to get home. Oh, see if that was opposite. No, it won't be there. Okay. Sorry, I talk to myself an awful lot while playing this game. Out loud as well. So, so just deal with that. Come on, I hate this bloody orbit. Right, so it'll be about here next. That'll be too shallow. Can I adjust it when I'm there? Take that a little out. Okay, I might have a plan. Which when I come down to my RCS engines, which I will do in a second, they're not very powerful. So I need to be very careful with my fuel expenditure with them. Ah, that is lovely. That is lovely. Okay. Well, what's the separation? 68. Fuck off. That's too much. Close there. Come on. No, other one. What will that separation be? 40. I'll catch up on the other side. Yeah, okay. Right. Warp to there. And we'll begin the difficult stage now of lining up and docking. Well, the delicate stage. There's a lot of solar panels knocking about. Don't want to run into them. Right. Go to maneuver, close your panels. Okay. And here we go. Tiny little push, maybe use the rest of me main fuel. There we go. Main fuel's gone. So we start up our RCS thrusters. Burn them a little bit. What's our separation? So I did just mump that up a bit. .40 kilometers, that's okay, because when we're here, we will close this gap. And we'll basically be on top of each other. And that'll do for me, okay. Let's get there, don't overshoot this. There she is. Oh, come on, come on, come on. That's her there. I've still got all my manoeuvring to do when I'm next to her. I need RCS for that, and I still have to deorbit to get home. Deorbiting won't be too hard actually, because I'm so glad. Half fuel. Still 40 meters a second to go. That'll do. Let's see. Oh shit, what's gone on there? Oh, something really bad has happened. Right, let's head to no. Yeah, let's head to target. I actually have a bit of a crisis here. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what I did so horribly wrong then. So come off that, go to retro, engage your engine, bring this line in. What the fuck has gone on? You see, you're gonna deorbit. You're gonna deorbit yourself. What the fuck is going on? I might have to abort, which is not what I want to do, especially when the target's bloody there. One last little burn, but if I'm going to run out of fuel, which I think I will, 300 left. Right, I'm going to have to abort the mission, I'm afraid. Oh dear. They're all out. Is there any... There's no point leaving you up here. God, it's fucking there. I'm already going to be skimming the atmosphere. Where's... God, my landing site's no... Right, this is like Apollo fucking 13 at this point. Right, you're going to have to adjust this. I need to stay. Up. Right, yeah, we're not going to meet the Hubble. We're going to abort and come home. I don't want to risk them. Why has this happened? Yeah, I do have a serious problem. Basically, I want to abort the mission and bring them home because of the fuel issue, but I can't do it until this sort of lines up over here, which will be next orbit. But the way I am now, I'll enter suborbital, I'll start braking, and I won't get out of it. So I need to increase my altitude just to decrease it a few minutes later. No, sadly, that's the target we're not going to. Right, take that off and set as target. Three, two, one. One little burn I can. Just in a bid not to catch the atmosphere and drag myself yet. Okay, and I'm going to have to use what is left of my fuel, which is very little, to deorbit at the right time, which I think will be in at least one orbit. How's my lecky doing? Fine. What I'm going to do, hopefully for weight issues, I will abandon the module in the back, in the cargo bay, but I'll do it when we're deorbiting, so it'll burn up in the atmosphere and not become junk. No, still not happy with that. One more orbit, I think. Need this to be around here while I'm around there. So this is going to be a bit tricky. See, that would be kind of ideal now, wouldn't it? Except I'm not there. Right, this... I'm actually worried I'm going to have to ditch in the sea or something. Okay. So it's only 40. Go on. I think I'll be able to deorbit nicely. And that's my fuel gone, and I don't know if I've done it. I think I have. I think I'll get low enough to cause some drag. But we either do this now or we don't, and let's get rid of this. No one's in there, are they? No. Okay. There we go. She's free. Now I need her to fuck off and get clear, and I've got no RCS to help that process. This is getting tricky. God, why is that still attached? Oh, yeah, may as well. May as well. Give it a light whack. Come on, get out my cargo bay. There we go. Okay. So, gotta be mindful of that debris. That's your to approach. And hope none of that hits me on the way down, but I've got rid of a few tons of cargo there, making this emergency landing a bit easier, hopefully. And ideally, that cargo will just burn up in the atmosphere and not become a threat to station or the telescope. Okay, let's speed up a bit. Hopefully they'll just drift to clear. Where are we? That is becoming a harder and harder target to glide to every second, and we've started re-entry, which is not great because I am very far from my target at the moment. Let's see. We are like a quarter of a planet away from my target. So this, ideally, if it's not going to be there, is going to be a ditch in the sea here. And the way I've designed this is that it can ditch in the sea quite safely. If not, my worry is these mountains. But we will see shortly what's going to happen here. I've entered atmosphere. I want to glide for as long as possible, but I have a... Oh, there's that debris, bloody hell. There's a bit of a balancing act I've got to play here. I want to glide for as far as I can in order to get close to the space center if I can for this emergency landing. But I don't want to go too fast because the shuttle will simply disintegrate. So I need to cause myself quite a bit of drag while trying to maintain speed. So this is going to be tricky. I'm going to take one last swig of my drink while I can. I'm already getting a little heat warning there on the nose. Crossing over those mountains quite well. Where's the space center? You never know. I might get lucky here. The periaps isn't until that stretch of sea, so I might. From very, very jammy. But the last place you want to come down, something like this, is like those mountain ranges below me there. Oh, there we go. Here comes the re-entry. Let's hope we don't disintegrate, because I am going half again as fast as I'd like. So yeah, I can't. I'm streaming. Oh, 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 oh. Right, the bit that normally has the worst effect is my nose cone, and if that cone goes, the crew module will go. If that nose burns off, it's game over. So fingers crossed. We're looking kind of good at the moment, but I think it might be a sea ditch. I'll just flatten out a little, get a slightly less drag, but it puts more pressure on my nose cone. So, okay, it's going okay. There's that cargo, so I'm well clear of that. I've got no danger of impacting on that. So it's all about the heat. Trajectory is still good. I actually might make this. I'll have to do some manoeuvring around here to turn on, but you know that'll all be down to the flaps and stuff by then. It'll be acting like a glider rather than a spaceship. So I can do that turn if I get that far. My nose cone's fine, but I'm still going extremely fast, which is what I want to be doing. But obviously I do have a constant worry about this overheating and blowing off. But the body's taking most of the hit at the moment, which is actually helping keep me airborne. But I do need to lower my angle now to have the aerodynamics help me go as far as I need to go, because I am struggling at this point. Even if this line comes back down to here, I can still pick up some speed by some clever manoeuvring and get home. So we'll see what happens. But I have tested this shuttle a few times in sort of emergency scenarios, and she can sea ditch quite nicely. I can rough land okay, but this is the first time she's actually had an emergency on a flight, a real emergency. So let's hope all that testing was for nothing. It wasn't for nothing, I should say. Let's see if I can bring the crew home. The one thing I do know for a fact is if that goes, the shuttle will go. It will not survive the nose cone breaking up. In fact, I doubt she'd survive much breaking up, but I have a previous shuttle, I've redesigned it since, but a previous shuttle I've had lose like a quarter of its wing in re-entry, and I actually managed to bring that down okay. So if I lose my wing, I'll panic, but it might be the end. And we're still doing really well on trajectory. In fact, that continent approaching is home. The spaceport is just the other side of these mountains, so shit's about to get real, because I'm going to have to start ditching a lower, which honestly is good news. I thought I was really going to have to try and maintain height a lot more than this, and altitude I'm doing fine. So I'm just gonna come slightly more aerodynamic now. I'm at a speed I'm more comfortable with. So there we go. Now the spaceport is there, the tip of me cursor over there. Obviously I'm heading out to sea there. So I'm going to have a big swing in here, but I'll try it sort of just after these mountains, because if I lose altitude quick, at least it's slightly nicer terrain to land on. Now I also have over there that peak on the horizon. That's an emergency landing site. Oh, my nose cone's heating. It's heating up. It's heating up. Oh, that's not good. Come on, lose some speed. I'm gonna have to risk it a bit. Diving straight in. Oh, shit's real. Oh, I'm still really quite high and fast. I don't want to turn at this speed. I'll rip it off. Oh, lots of things are starting to heat up. Right, I'm going to have to bank up to spread that heat out, which is not what I want to be doing. And the nose cone is on the verge of blowing up. Oh, God. Don't do it. Oh, it's cooling down. It's cooling down. We might have won. We might have won the battle with the heat. And I need to make a serious turn. I've gone further than I'd like. There's the spaceport. I can't turn at this speed really. I'll start to bank a bit. I'm still in the upper atmospheres. It's a bit... Oh God, the emergency site's looking like the more favourable target now. Unless I can swing right around, but I'm gonna have to lose a lot of speed to do that. Okay, let's just do a dive shot. Ooh, losing control. Ooh. Okay, let's dive. Let's lose some of this speed. Get into some thicker air. Oh, I can feel the ship shaking. It doesn't like that. Okay, let's begin to turn. I'm now transonic, so which sounds like I'm going really fast, but it means I've slowed down an awful lot. Oh, I've slowed down a huge amount. This is going to be hard. I think the emergency runway is the better option, but I've still got a long way to go to get there, and I have 0 thrust. So this is all gliding. A sea ditch here wouldn't be too bad. I seriously need to speed up. Let's gravity help us a bit. Otherwise I'll stall, and that might be game over quite rapidly for the crew. I do not think I'm going to make either runway. This might be a sea ditch, so I'll have to bring it down as slowly as I can for that. Hit the water very, very gently. Let's pick my nose up a bit, use some of the speed I've gathered to get a bit further. You never know. Oh, puppies, stop growling at each other. Stop it. Come on. Let's see. Right, that's the emergency runway. That's the actual runway. It's not looking great. I don't want to hit this chain of islands, which I'm not really in danger of doing, to be honest. Yeah, so this whole emergency started just as we were approaching the telescope to add the module onto and repair, and I've had to abandon the module and come home, but I don't think I'm gonna make the runway, so this has been a bit of a non-stop emergency really since then. Re-entry went well. better than I expected. I also got a lot more glide distance than I expected, but as it turned out, that was a problem by this point, because I was overshooting and I was worried I was going to undershoot by quite a lot. I've stalled. Get some speed. It's not the view you want from your cockpit, is it? Okay, I will be sea ditching. I'm not even going to try the emergency runway at this point. So we're gonna glide down and hopefully have a nice little calm splashdown in the water. And fingers crossed we don't just rip apart. I'll keep my gear locked in and make me as smooth as possible as I come into the water. 400 meters. Let's try and smooth out. Losing speed again. I don't want to lose too much speed because I'll just belly flop. But I also don't want to dive in, you know. There we go. There's my shadow. So glide for as long as we can. Ooh. And we're alive! Hey! And now it's been a glider, a space shuttle, and a boat. I don't think anything broke off. It was a very nice landing. It's a bit bumpy. Very nice landing, considering. Not really designed to be a boat, but she does float nicely. Can even open the cargo bay. Oh, which is full of water. That's not great. Solar panels out. Act as a bit of a windbreak because I'm still moving. So after a journey of thousands of miles around the Kerbal a few times, we splashed down about 2 kilometers short of the runway. So there you go. I will retry this mission tomorrow, I think. Oh puppies, what are you doing? I'll retry this mission tomorrow and hopefully not splash down in the water or have the fuel issue that I did. I'll go into design and try and address that. But anyway, thank you for watching and goodbye.